What's going on? Vehicle transport.
Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and the rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
Alright, so I have all of that. What else do I need? I think that's it. Do I want to use elevators? I don't know. We'll see, maybe I'll use the elevator. So I had the foundation already down. Did that off tree. Thinking for this factory, we're gonna have 2 factories in one. Do have a large area to work with, which is nice. Wondering if I want to expand one more though. 2 more? Yeah. Expand it out 2 more, doesn't hurt. Let's go over here too, so that's a perfect fit. And then four. No gaps at the bottom, that's good. There's a look on this side. No gaps, so that's good. And then honestly no gaps because it's a 4-meter high wall or foundation. It gives me a lot more room to work with. So what I do want to do real quick, I don't want to do just all walls. So I've been having this running. Take those. 11 tickets, coupons. I think I would go with this, to be honest. Let's purchase that. I need Celia. Which I do have a good amount of, which is nice. I think that's all I have though. Yeah. Now what I can do is have walls with windows. Let's 7 that way. could do 7 this way. I mean, realistically, 3 there, that could just be all walls. There's a window there, a window there. I don't want to stare at that. And then we'll go with metal walls here. Ooh, no, I fell. Then we'll go with these. Going down there. Go back to these. Switch back. And we'll just kind of do this style. Yeesh. Yeesh, I like this. I mean, I know this doesn't have any windows, but I don't know. I feel like it's worth it. I mean, I guess if anything, could do the windows like this. And that's only because of that. Yeah, I like that better because then we can see out. Okay, so we're gonna be utilizing these 2 iron nodes. That one right there, and that one down there. So one of them is going to be making smart plating, and the other is going to be making a whole bunch of basic iron components that we would need for building. So I'm going to do the smart plating first. So what I'm gonna do real quick is we're gonna do the smart plating on this one. So I'm just gonna shut this off. And then just do that so I can produce more. I don't need everything that I have in my inventory, so let me throw some of this stuff back in. Don't need that. Don't need any aluminum parts. Don't need this stuff. Okay. That should be enough. Anyways, when that clears out, we're gonna make that a Mark II. I'm gonna need one more portable miner. I guess I could just grab both. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Oh, I already did that. Okay, so perfect. So I can start breaking this down. That's empty. Perfect. Just has a few things in it. That's perfect. So maybe we'll do this node first. So I want to bring it up. The other thing I wanted though, seeing as though this is a permanent factory, I don't have enough though now. I want to get these. How do I want to do this then? I mean, first things first. Going to need foundations there. Mach 2 miner facing this way. That's gonna produce 240. I'm gonna put that there for now. I think that's powering the other stuff, so I'm not gonna delete that right away. Yeah, it is. So once this is done, I will do that. Yeah, I'll have that there. Not gonna, just gonna turn this off. So this one, I'm not gonna make the full 240. I'm gonna make 232.5 iron ore per minute. I'm going to need Mach 3. Don't know if that's going to be high enough because of this ledge. Probably right there, I would say. Kind of off. That's fine. I can line it up to this wall right here. Speaking of which, I need to do this. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna have it line up with this. The only thing though, yeah, half foundations would probably look better there. Capped by this. It only produces so much. Guess what it could do is I can just go kill hostile mobs real quick. Also did a temporary steel factory set up here, where our old starter factory was. Also put down some foundations. But go down here though, to the cave. If you are afraid of spiders, you might want to skip ahead, because I am entering a cave that will have spiders. Killed most of them already, but still. And I am gonna go deeper. There are gonna be more spiders. So again, if you are afraid of spiders, I would skip ahead. Well, looks like there's actually no spiders left. Okay. I'm gonna go elsewhere. Perfect. Thank you. Did not know that was there. Okay. Got more hogs. Almost fell off the edge there. This way. Come here, huggy, huggy, hug. What's down here? Come here. Don't fall off the edge. No! Lizard doggo, no! Minutes suicide. I don't want to spend too much time hunting down hostile mobs, because I'm gonna be getting off in only a few hours. Only gonna be a short stream today. Where? There you are. Another hog. Come here, big boy. Sit the fuck down. Alright, going into another cave, so there are 100% spiders down here, I would assume. So, again, if you're afraid of spiders, I would look away.
Look through the window and witness a threat. Consume.
Okay, guess there was no spiders in this cave, so... Oh shit! That one came out of nowhere. I did pick up the other remains. Alright, let's go turn this stuff into remains. And then turn it into protein capsules and then feed it into the sink. So, add protein, throw in. Catcher, don't have any stingers. Ooh. capsules. Protein's done. Alright, for the slight delay, I am currently 3D printing a few things. So, right now I'm changing the filament color. Gonna mute my mic so you guys don't have to listen to it. Alright, we have 10 coupons now, which is fantastic. So immediately gonna buy that.
Fun fact: architecture was invented when people began building buildings. If it had been invented slightly beforehand, perhaps more old buildings would still be
the
around.
best way of
Humanity sometimes lacks
doing
vision.
something like this. Ooh, wait, I bought the wrong one. I mean, I did need that one for the other factory design. But needed this one. At least it's only 2, though. We got 5. So there should be enough. And it is the big frame that we want. Want it like that. And then lost it for a second. We want zoop. We want it to go up. But we want it to be in the center. So unfortunately, this is not centered. So how can we get this centered? If we do that and then just get rid of these, I think it'll work. It's gonna need them built up first. Same thing as last time, we want it to come first, go over. Now because this is free, can line it up in the center. I want it to actually go out a little bit more. Like right there. And then if I page up and over. Nope. Could do. Oh, can't do the smaller frame. Even that is not in right. Maybe we will just have to deal with it being off-centered a little bit. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we can get rid of this now. Oh no! God damn it. Okay, good. I didn't produce anything. 232 and a half. What's going on? Ugh. I see the issue now. There we go. That should be back on the network. Yeah, it is. Perfect. Okay. That's set up now. Delete this stuff. Anyways, that's all set up. I'm gonna start putting blueprints down. So here's the foundry. Not foundry. First blueprint. So I'm thinking I want to leave a little bit of space from the window. Half a space is good. The only thing is I need space back here too now. I'm gonna bring this out a whole section. And then that should give me enough room in the back. Yep. So one of these is going to be set to 75%. And originally I had done this to split the quote evenly, but that's not going to work, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to load balance it. So I'm taking 235. Point two. No, I like 232.5 one time. And I'm targeting 30 per minute on 7 of these. And then we'll say this is the one that's gonna be doing 75%. Let me change that there, but 75%. That's 22 and a half. And that's one time. X items, Mach 3. Calculate, mermaid. Realistic render. Unfortunately, it does take a lot of room. Which means I might actually have to push this back. Instead of using a blueprint, I'm just gonna do this. Actually, I could just delete the blueprints like so. I need to figure out how I'm gonna have this come in. So what I'm thinking is for walls. Get rid of this wall. Put in one of these. And then if we can get up there. We can do that. I don't know why those prints failed. I forgot to add some puts. Plus. Oh. Alright, so we can hook these two up with a Mach 3 belt. Conveyor is too long, which is fine. I think what I'm going to do is take a foundation, zoom it out like that. Alright, so that into that. And then from here, this splits off into another splitter. Technically 2 splitters. I'm just stacking them up. Because each is 4 splitters from the merger. So what if I do something like that? Ooh, wrong thing. Bump that up. Then that would be 120, so just need a bonk 2. Because then this one goes to another splitter. That. Because this merge is gonna have the 332.5 and then 7.5 are gonna get put back in from here or here. Let's say here for now. Then 240 is gonna go from the merger up into the splitter, which is gonna split that 240 into 120 into 2 separate splitters, one on top, one on the side. This side is going to then feed on its own 4 on its own. Because this one will get split into 60, which will get split into 430s, which will get split into 415s, which is then split with the 30s to make 30 and 22.5. So maybe what I'll do is put it down like that. I mean, if I'm gonna have it merge into that side, which would make the most sense, then I can do a Mach 2 down like that. Okay, so this needs to be moved over. Yeah, like that. Because then that's 120. And then this one, I can just feed into a splitter over here. Let me start getting the smelters placed down. Again, like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna bring it out a little bit more. I got plenty of room. And then I think I'm gonna skip a little bit. No. 4, 5, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So then this splitter. And go 2 feet 5 technically, so let me do it there. Let me have this belt come out this way. And then this is gonna lead to it splitting 2 more times. So I want to scrunch up the belt as much as possible. From here it's actually going to be 60 per minute, so I can do that. This one's going to be 120, so this can be Mach 2. Oh, I did this one wrong. Need it to be closer. Yeah, okay. Anyways, Mach 1. And these two get split into 2. See, that's the problem with having it bunched up. So, do I push this further up? Gotta think too. I'm gonna need some area over there as well. I'm gonna delete that stuff. I think I might start over, to be honest. Because the way I like to do it complicates it a lot. I tried to compact it so much, but I did give myself enough room that I feel like I don't need to do it like that. This will eventually have 240. Goes up to the splitter. That 240 then gets split. 120, 120. Then I need another splitter. Continue this trend. I'm gonna put it up there. Maybe 60 so I can get away with that. This. That just complicates things. Be easier to just do it like this. So here's my merger. Now I need a splitter right in front of it. And then this splitter, I need 2. So 1 in front. And then 1 over here. I'm gonna put this one in the back. Oh, right there. This is gonna be a Mach 2 coming from the first splitter. Like so. Then let's continue with this one. This one gets split up twice. I want to give myself enough room. Taken right there. And right there. Right there and right there. But see, this is the problem now. It's this. Too close. Unless I do the merger out here a little bit more. Like right there. Might be the smart way of doing it. And then we'll put the first splitter there. That splitter then attaches to splitter over here with Mach 2 belts. Then this gets split into 2. Let me bring this one out. This one is only going to be 60 though. I can do that. I need 2 for 30. So we'll go there and there. Then again, just pretty simple basic belts. So then this one. This one I'm gonna have 2 belts coming out of. I'm gonna put one here. Have this one attach. And then this one can just come right out. Well, actually, this is where I need a merger anyways. Does that merge it? Yeah, that merges. And then that merges into there. So that's 22.5 there. This one attaches again to another one. This one, which is the 15, because that's the 30. This one connects to this one. This one is also connected to the 30, which is that one. And then a splitter. Like so. So that goes into that one. And then here is 30 per minute. This one. Sorry, not that one. That one goes that way. Oh, yes. This one goes into here. Oh, I'm missing iron plates now. Okay. So that connects to that one. So then that's that belt done. And that one done. Wait. No, it's not. This one is also attaching to this one has 3 inputs, and this one should have 2 outputs. Right now it only has 1. So this one's going to a different one. Let me put that right there. So that's connected. And then I need that. Splitter. And this is another 30. And I have first done. This merger. Okay, so I need a splitter here. Merger here. That's gonna connect to that. There, you there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This one then connects to different one, but that's going to be based off of this now. Before I continue that, let me start doing this one. On this side, I mean. So 240 to 120 to 60. And then this one gets split up again. And then this one gets split to a 15. But I'm gonna connect it this way. That way I can have 7.5 go back into there. The 240 to 120 to 60 to 30 to 15, which sends 7.5 back. So this one I already have one splitter there. Need another splitter. I already has 2 inputs, so I can actually get away with just doing this probably. Here's my other 30, and then I need so that's a 30, and then need a merger. Question is does this one break off too? So 120, 60, 30, 15, 7.5 going there, yeah, so let me put a merger here. Okay. And that's this one. This one's gonna 7.5 right now from that. Now I need a 30. Just that connected here. Splitter. Connecting that. And that. That 30 gets split up in. And I get 2 inputs from splitters. Perfect. then that 30 is done. That's a 60 right there. Wait, so this is a 60. Right, 240, 120, 60. Shit. But I caught that early. Oh, I didn't mean to delete that. Oh well. Delete it for now. Okay, so that's a 60. How am I gonna do it now, though? Let me delete these. I'm gonna delete that because I'm gonna put it this way. $240, $120. So I need a Mach 2 belt. So this one attaches to two more. I'm gonna do that. One. Oh no, that saves Mach 2. Mach 3. Okay, so then that's a 120. No. Okay. 240. 120. Which one goes there? One comes here. This is 60. Because this is a 30. And this is a 30. So this is a 30. Right here. So let's go with this one. 30. Wait, so I did have it set up right then. Whatever, we'll go with this. So this is 30 because that was 240, or that's 120, 60, and then 30. So this 31 is being put into a merger. Oop, wrong way. I want that output to be straight ahead. That connects right to this one. And then I need a 15, which would be this one. And then this one needs to connect to that one. See, I did have it set up the right way to start, but that's fine. So then this one is done. So that should give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. No, that's only 5. What am I missing here? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. I'm looking at the wrong side of the diagram. So the 120 gets split off twice. So this would be 60, but then I need one more split. Which would be that. Because then that's 60. That's 60. Got it. Okay. So then this needs to be split 30 and 30. And then I can do a merger there. That one connects to that one. This 30 will connect to that. I need another splitter there and there, and then this one's gonna connect here. So then that gives me 6. Or 5, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This splitter then goes into another merger where a 30 comes in and a 15 comes in. That 15 is then connected to that one. Just delete that right now, because those are the two 60s. And then those are the two 30s from it. These are the two 15s. Everything's connected. So that gives me 6. So that's done. So that's gonna go into another merger, actually. I'm gonna hold off on doing that one for right now. So the 60 right here gets split twice. One into 30, one in split twice, one into 30. Yeah, we know it goes 30. So that, the only thing is, I'm not running out of room for that. It's seeing that it's 30. I might as well just put it out. Like that. And then this one will just go into itself. Or continue, I should say. This one will go like that. So here's a 30. So 30 goes in, that goes in. Splitter. So then that's this one done. So that's 7. Now it's this one. This is also a 30. Actually, you know what I could do? Let me make this one closer. do that. And then yup, just like that. That goes default. Perfect. So then 7 or 6, whatever it is. So then this one's also a 30. So I need another merger right there. And because this is a 30, goes here. Then I need a splitter for 15. And then that one goes in like so. And then that breaks off. And then this one we'll go back into that. Alright. Everything's balanced and good. At least it should be. At least I'm hoping it is. The blue gets there, but that's fine. So now what we can do, put the smelters down. I'm actually gonna delete all of these. So smelter. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start away here actually. I wanna give myself enough room. Well, I'm thinking I'll give each one its own. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Maybe I will get rid of these 3 and just move them down. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna be making iron ingots. This one I need to set to 22 and a half. 75%. And then I can start connecting them. And then a cool thing that I did unlock was daisy chaining. which is nice because I don't like having to do multiple poles or wall mounts, whatever. So I can do that. So that's connected. So now change this. I have 30 and 7, 22 and a half. Time. I need to split this up. 50 for one, 92 and a half for another, and 90 for another. So calculate. Alright. So starting here, we just need a merger in front of this one. Then we need a splitter. I wasn't even thinking about that. We're gonna have this go this way. I can line it up. Oh, no, a splitter. Merger. There into there, there into there, and then this is 50. And then I'm gonna flip that, so I need a merger, common 3, and going into that one, 30 into that one, another 30 coming into this one. That will give me 70. So for right now, we're gonna do that. That's 70. I gotta memorize that. So then this one, I'm gonna split right away. This 5. Yeah. Alright, so this is where it's gonna get weird. There's the splits. Alright, so 30. And then I need a merger. So 30. That'll give me 10. That's 10. And then I need another 10 to go into that one. So I'm gonna have to do this. So delete that top. Oh, I need that top layer actually. It's ugly. I don't want to do it that way. Let me do this. And then what I'll do is I would just do that. And then that way it'll look nice and presentable. So then, yeah, so 30 goes in, 10 goes here, 10 goes to that merger, actually 20 goes to that merger, and then this 10 gets split in half. Because that'll be 5. That's 5. So then 2.5, 2.5. Into there, and there's another one. That's 22.5. There. This one's 70, so I need Mark 2. So then that's 92.5. Oh, wait. Yeah, 30, 10, 5 goes off that way. And then that way. Okay, yeah, so then that. 30. 30, 22 and a half. That would give me... I don't even know how much. I'll put a Mach 2 in case. And then this will give me the 90. So I'll need a Mach 2. Okay. So there we go. So there's that. Not the prettiest, but honestly, I'm not gonna walk around in this factory, especially because it's such an early part. And I can always put the walkways higher too, if I really wanted to. Which I might actually do. Okay. Anyways, that's that. I actually think what I'm going to do... You know what? I'm gonna try something different. Still want a merger here, but I want it going out this way. And then I want this like so. That connects there. And then that, and then just connect that. Okay. And the reason why I want to do that is I want to have it up on the ceiling, so. Because the next part of this is to take those, put them into the constructors. So, the first set of constructors are gonna be right here, actually. Actually, no. Actually, yeah. These are gonna be making iron plates. And the good thing about this is I can put a splitter right there. Put my belts in. And then I can Mach to lift them. lift. Just like that. And then just attach the belts. Daisy chaining. Such a great addition to the game. Okay, so looks like my iron plate's done. So iron rods. Yeah, okay. So yeah, one time. I need third time. Whatever's left. I do have a blueprint. What is it for though? The rods. What's this for? Oh, okay. Nope, not that one. This one. So this monstrosity, everything is already balanced, compact wise. Takes the 50 that we have coming out here, feeds it into here, works its magic and spreads it across all 4 of these. So I believe this is the one that's gonna run 5 at a time, and then these will run a 15 at a time, if I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong. So the question is where do we want to put this blueprint? Because I don't have a ton of room. And I would like to save the room if I could, so that we could complete the smart plating all on one floor. So what I'm thinking we do need at least half. Go there and there. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna get rid of this boat right here. We're just gonna run a curve. Run that at a curve. We'll run this straight. 15 goes in, everything comes out, blah blah blah. Already explained it. And then I can daisy chain it to that one. Same thing with this one, I can daisy chain it to that one. I don't like it too much because of that, but that's fine. Actually, I'll get rid of it. You know what? I could actually probably push this back to where it's even with that. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Constructor. So it's halfway like that. 1, 2, 3. Can I push this over a little bit more? I can. Okay. Let's do that. Because then yeah, there's enough room. Splitting it, obviously. Just get away with that. Put it up close. Oh my god, look at that. The belt stays exactly in the same place. Beautiful. That worked out even better for us. Now that's flat. Obviously this one's gonna stick out a little bit. Anyways. Rods. So next is gonna be screw, which is gonna be the most difficult part. Even though we are gonna use the cast screws, which just takes ingots, turns them into screws, which is such a useful alternate recipe. But anyways, this takes 12.5 per minute. We have 92.5 ingots. 12.5 or 7. We're gonna have one that takes 5, which is also running at, means it's gonna run at 40%. The way of doing this is going to be absolutely horrendous. It's the balancing is gonna just be awful. Honestly, I don't even know how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I need to figure that out because it is definitely gonna take up a lot of room. Basically, it's gonna look like that, and this took up quite a bit of room. So yeah, this is just gonna be absolutely carnage. But because with the fact that this is compact, in order to take the 50 and do that, that one was easy. I do want to try and come up with a compact design for balancing this. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I think I'm gonna have to pause the project here. Figure out how I want to balance this in a compact design like that, so that I can have more room, because I still need to put assemblers here, assemblers there, and then one more assembler, well, 2 more or 3 more, whatever it is, 5 more. I honestly forgot how many assemblers I need at the end. 5. So I need 5 assemblers. So I'm thinking if worst comes to worst 2, we can build a 2nd floor. We do have elevator unlocked. It's not the end of the world. But now, let me just paint this. Make this all gray. Alright, so that's all gray now, that's all the same color. So I think if we're gonna do an elevator, we're gonna put it in this corner right here. What do we need for the elevator though? That is the real question. The only thing is I don't know how high to make it. Alright, let's see. If I jump up on this, this is how high it is. And then if we take this and do a 1 meter. That's basically how much room we need. Or how much we need. So if I zoop this to here. And then I grab this. Need to get rid of that actually. think that's right. Let me try and get up here. Elevator. Yeah, I like that. Then I can add that with the windows there. Yeah. Okay, that's what we're gonna do for our design. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do all assemblers on the second floor. The only thing is, what do I want to do with this area? It's a lot of free real estate. I'll have to think about it. I mean, we do have the other part of this factory, the iron, which is going to be all the iron basics, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth trying to cram stuff into there just to cram stuff into it. I'm thinking that gets its own floor, or its own 2 floors, to be honest. So I think that's something we're just gonna have to wait and see as we're building it. But for now, might as well do this parkour to get this MRSA sphere. So, this is our factory so far. Pretty good so far. Get rid of this random stuff. Don't need it there anymore. We got most of it done and connected up, which is nice. It's just this part that I gotta figure out. If I'm gonna do a compact design for load balancing like that. I do like that. It's just too much when it's something like this, and that's exactly what it is. So I don't know if I'm gonna see if I can figure it out, or if I'm just gonna leave it like it, like something like that. Maybe I'll do what we do over here. Maybe a nice big load balancing area. Then we can build everything up, all of this up. The good thing is all the plates are going into a couple of assemblers. All the structures are going into a couple of assemblers. Or rods, I mean. Plates and rods. It's the screws that get separated, one to each side. Which does help in that we have plates and rods on opposite ends. But I think that's gonna do it for the stream today, to be honest. I think this is a good spot to leave off on. It's a short little stream. Well, I'm happy with the progress that we made. I think we did a lot of good work today. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, check the description below. I am most likely gonna go live tomorrow. So if you're catching this on the day of upload, which is going to be Monday, June 15th, then check the link below. I'm going to be live around probably 6 p.m. Eastern, maybe, unless something, comes up and I can't, but I do plan on being live tomorrow. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys for watching.